So we feel we can't see your strategic prowess. We need you to be more strategic. Demonstrate more strategic thought leadership.
What the fuck does that even mean? Welcome to the Trill MBA Show, the career management podcast teaching Black women how to become unstoppable at work. I'm Felicia Ann Rose Anuha, aka the Trillist MBA, delivering the inspiring truth through strategies and tactics so you feel protected, confident, and ready to conquer your career. Happy Sunday, everybody. Welcome back to the show. We're bringing episodes to help you think through how you would navigate a particular workplace situation. Now, these episodes, I must give the following disclaimer. Names, characters, businesses, events, and incidents are the products of my rich imagination commingled with my lived experiences. So any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. And with that, welcome back to Client Chronicles. I'm talking about one of my clients today. Her name is Sherry. Sherry is a very pedigreed MBA. Now, I want you guys to know, I don't only work with MBAs, but a lot of times I am talking to MBAs. But Sherry is very special. Sherry is super smart. But unfortunately, Sherry works at a huge consumer packaged goods company. We'll call that company I Like Company. That's what we'll call this company. And so she's been at I Like for way too long. It's been 10 plus years now. And at this point, she's still a senior manager at the company. After 10 years, came in from graduating from business school and has only gotten to senior manager in 10 years. And a lot of people be like, oh, well, what's wrong with that? Well, what's wrong with that is that she's wanted more. She wants to continue to climb. She wants to have this career. She also wants to have direct reports. But the other thing about Sherry is that Sherry has a thirst for life. She loves to travel. She is side hustling and she has her own business that she wants to grow. And she really needs to grow her career so that she can have more income to invest in her side hustle, right? We can all relate to that. So here's the thing about Sherry. Sherry was moved around, restructured. And the thing is, it's very clear the organization values Sherry to a certain extent. And this company has a trend that with their Black employees, they don't get much further than senior manager. There have been a couple of Black people who have been there a long time that have been able to rise to senior director, so be associate director and then senior director. But most of the time, Black people tend to leave after they can't get their director straight. And so they don't retain a lot of Black people. Now, Sherry's been getting bogus feedback. And if you've heard this, say amen.
So we feel we can't see your strategic prowess. We need you to be more strategic. Demonstrate more strategic thought leadership.
What the fuck does that even mean? And so then it's asking for those projects. Well, give me the projects to show that. And at this point, they've even pulled Sherry out of her brand role into some other type of marketing role that has really nothing to do with brand. It's more of the portfolio that the company holds. And it has a multicultural lens.
Ooh, we are so diverse right now. High five.
I'm rolling my eyes for those people who can't see the video. So, Sherry, I think, is at a point where she's like, I gotta get out. So, why is Sherry still there? I really don't know why Sherry is still there. I have told Sherry multiple times, girl, it is time for you to go. But she continues to stay. But I think over time, you get these inklings of, okay, it's time for me to go. Okay, it's time for me to go. And it's like small little things. But now, Sherry has a new manager, a Black woman named Donna. Child, let me tell you about Donna. I don't know where Donna come from, but Donna ain't been at this company but 2 seconds compared to Sherry's 10 years. Donna thinks she has shit. I call Donna the swoop hair Black woman. So she's the Black woman with the wig or the weave that's straight and it's got some kind of bang or part and it's long and it fits this type of corporate mold. I never forget when Sherry showed me a picture of Donna, I about fell out of my chair laughing because I had already had this image of who Donna was. And I was so right. Donna is typical scared Black woman, insecure Black woman at work. It's very, very sad. Donna's also a micromanager. These type of women at work, they are the worst. And the thing is, though, they're really good at managing up. And so I told Sherry, I was like, you're going to have to watch out for Donna because she tripping. Now, mind you, this is also in the time where people are pushing people to get back into the office. You better get back into the office and get to work. But the thing is, Sherry is trying to live her life. She's not trying to go back into the office. She is quite content working remotely. So when she has to attend events, she'll go to those. But most of the time, she's working remotely. She's not going in the office. All right. So now, how is this Black on Black crime unfolding? Ooh, child, get your tea, get your pen and paper, because this one is a doozy. And this is going to be a masterclass in how you go to HR when you do need to go to HR when we get back from the break. Let me ask you something. How many times have you watched less competent folks get promoted while you just stay stuck? I've seen it so many times. The whole reason why this show exists is I was like, what am I doing wrong? I would always blame myself. And if you're like me, you're probably sitting there doing that too. And the thing is, it's not your work and it's not you. It's actually your career strategy. You don't have one. That is the fundamental problem. Your hard work alone doesn't get you promoted. Strategy gets you promoted. So I have the fast track system. It's for high performing professionals like you who are ready to create their career strategy using the PI framework. This is very tactical to the point. Okay? So you'll walk away with a personal power plan that shows you exactly where you're strong, where you're invisible, and how to shift your career strategy without compromising who you are. So now, if you click the link in the show notes, you can go to the page where you can get this fast track system. You already have what it takes. You just need a strategy that works for you. And that's what this system does. So click the link in the show notes and grab it while it's on sale because, honey, the price is going to go up, okay? So again, go to the show notes, click the link, and get your plan together, girl, before they hand your next promotion to a Chad or a Bob. Now, let's get back to the show. Oh, child. Okay, so we're talking about Sherry and Donna, two Black women in corporate, two different Black women. Listen, one thing I want you guys to realize is that there are all types of bad managers. It really doesn't have anything to do with race. I think it just hurts particularly worse in a way when it's another Black person who's a terrible manager to you. But at the end of the day, what we're learning is that every human being has an ego. And every human being has insecurities. And so what that means for you is it doesn't matter if your manager is Black or white. What matters is your manager secure in what they're doing in their job? Is your manager trusting of you? Have you worked to build trust with your manager? Well, child, here's a tale of how trust and got all the way toe down and toe up. Baby, ain't no more trust in this relationship. And I think it all started some time ago with this whole come back into the office, because it all started with, I'm going to put up my boundaries. I'm going to block my calendar. There's no need for you to know where I am all the time. And so if you're a people manager out there, why do you feel the need to know where your direct report is at all time? What is that about? That's just weird. Does your manager treat you this way? Where did you learn this behavior from? These are real ass questions, and I really need you to sit down and look at yourself in the mirror and think it through, because there's no reason for you to be concerned with what your direct report is doing unless they're not getting their work done. And Sherry's pretty much type A, little OCD. She gonna get shit done. She's very organized, very to the point, very on top of everything, right? And how do we know this? Because the only real feedback she's gotten, and it's not even real, the only feedback that they have for her, and they're making it seem like a big deal, is this: we haven't seen your strategic thought leadership. But also, in order to show strategic thought leadership, guess what? You got to give me projects that allow me to show strategic thought leadership, not just projects that's putting new boxes of on a shelf or new boxes of the newest on the shelf. Like, what are we doing? Now, I don't know why Donna is tripping. But the funny thing is, we come up across a situation and you'll start to see a pattern. Donna didn't pick Sherry to be under her. If you are working for a hiring manager that did not pick you, you are going to have to work harder to build a relationship with this hiring manager because you were not their choice. Oh. And I know sometimes it's hard, but honestly, how would I do this? This is how I would go about it. That first meeting, I would use Michael Pittman's worksheet, Ways of Working worksheet. But I'd also say, hey, Donna, look, I know that you didn't get to choose me or, choose the person you may have wanted for the role that I've gotten, that this was bigger than us. But I want to understand if you have any concerns about working with me. Like, I'm hoping we can work together to work through that so that I can be the best employee for you and make you shine, and you can be the best manager for me and help me on my career journey here at We Love organization. That's what should have happened. That didn't happen. What happens is, most times, what happens to us is that you're silently trying to figure out the person, trying to feel the person out. And I'm telling you now, you've got to address the person head on. And the other thing you want to do, and the reason why you want to confront this idea that, hey, I know you didn't pick me, like you want to say that out loud, is because you want to use cognitive dissonance. So by nature, human beings are contrarians. So if I tell this person, hey, I know that I probably wasn't your choice and you probably don't want me, or I know you probably want to replace me, that person in their mind is like, I didn't say that. How did you say that? So then they're going to contradict that. They're going to say, I don't want to replace you. Now they've told themselves they don't want to replace you. And so what you want to say is, I don't know if you're open to giving me a chance, but I really would like that. Like, you don't know if I'm open. I am open to giving you a chance. Now they've told themselves they're open to giving you a chance. Listen, it's not your fault that you're in the situation. It's not their fault that this is the situation. But managers really do have a real silent problem about not being able to pick their teams. And it's not your company. You don't get to pick your team all the time. And sometimes the team you have is high functioning and high performing. You just have to figure out ways of working with them. But unfortunately, the burden in this case falls on Sherry to build this relationship. And that's a little bit where Sherry went wrong, because Sherry really wants to leave the organization anyway. So now she's observing and she's working and she's doing her best. So Donna tells Sherry, I need you to show me your calendar. Like, where have you been? What are you doing? I'm sorry. This isn't something that we do. So what does Sherry go do? Check the employee handbook, go to the HR business partner and say, hey, I have a question. Are we mandated to share our full calendar with our managers or just the busy free part of our calendar? I'm just wondering, right? So notice, Sherry did go to HR, but she didn't mention Donna's name. She asked a question of clarification on policy. And then HR, like Sherry, because Sherry's very likable. And HR's like, yeah, no, that's weird. What's that? What are you talking about? And she goes, oh, nothing. I was just wondering. I think my manager wants access to my calendar, but, sometimes I have my doctor's appointments on there and stuff. And so I'm just a little uncomfortable, but talk to her about it. Nothing for you to worry about. I'll talk to her about it. We'll sort it out. It'll be fine. So then the HR business partner is like, oh, that's great. Why? Because HR business partners only hear complaints all the fucking time. So now you've asked for information on policy, which I can easily give you. Now I look like the hero as the HR business partner, and you're going to go off and solve your own fucking problem. I love you, Sherry. You're that bitch. Awesome. So now armed with policy, Sherry puts in an email. Hey, I'm not comfortable sharing my calendar, but I'm happy to, figure out scheduling. So then at that point, Donna's like, well, who the hell are you to tell me no? Now the ego's at play, guys. But policy is on Sherry's side. So what does Donna do? Donna's like, oh, okay, that's what you don't want. So then Donna literally starts harassing Sherry about where she is and what she's doing. And what does Sherry start doing? She starts documenting. Why? Because you can't harass your employees. You can't create a hostile work environment. Now, the beautiful thing is, not only is Donna all in her feelings and all in her ego about Sherry, she also has another direct report who's another Black woman, because, they're on this multicultural work stream. And she's doing the same thing to this person. But see, that other person, and I don't have that person's name, but this other person, let's call her Tiffany. So Tiffany is Sherry's peer. And Tiffany, though, clearly doesn't listen to this show, number one, and clearly doesn't get my help to work through this strategically or think through it, because Tiffany is real direct about it, what you're not going to do. So fast forward, we already know what happened to Tiffany. When the next restructure came around, Donna made sure she got rid of Tiffany, right? And Donna was sowing seeds about Tiffany. But the beautiful thing is, because Donna was complaining about Tiffany and Sherry started pointing out to HR business partner patterns of behavior of harassment that Donna was doing. And this is what I love about Attorney Anitra. Listen, Attorney Anitra is going to get you straight every time, because these patterns of behavior are so predictable. So like, I want to get rid of you. I don't want you on my team. I want to pick my own team. So I'm now going to start acting a fool with the directs I got. And I got two of them and I'm behaving in the same way. I'm being a bad actor to them all. That establishes a pattern of behavior. And how do you establish a hostile workplace? With patterns of behavior. Thanks, Donna. Keep acting up. So when we get back from this quick break, I'm going to tell you guys what HR said to Donna when we get back. Hey guys. So we have digital tools that accompany each episode to help you work through some of the tactics and strategies that you need to put into place so that you're thriving at work. So go to trillionba.com. And if you haven't already, sign up for our freebies and you'll get access to not only these digital tools that go with these episodes, but you'll also get access to every digital tool I've ever created that's free to you to help you in your career. Now, let's get back to the show. We're back and we're going to wrap up. This isn't going to be a long episode because this story hasn't quite ended, but let me tell y'all, with Sherry's documentation, with Sherry asking for points of policy, and with Sherry being on the up and up, making sure her work product is on point, every time now Donna tries to complain about Sherry, the HR business partner looks at her like, hey, that's harassing behavior, or hey, that's not gonna fly. So what Sherry has done essentially is bought herself time. And even in the most recent restructure where Tiffany got the boot, Sherry had to stay. They had to keep Sherry because Sherry got documentation and she done built a case and they know it. So if they had gotten rid of Tiffany and Sherry, baby, Attorney Anitra would have came, swooped right on in. Thank you very much. Because listen, guys, just because you don't want somebody working for you doesn't mean you have the right to mistreat them, abuse them, or make their life more difficult. Like, you can't do that. Okay? Your job is to always help the direct report get to where they're trying to go. That is your job. If you have direct reports, I don't care how much you don't like them, how much they get on your nerves. You're not an overseer. That is a fully grown human being. And there needs to be a focus on the work that needs to be done. But so many times, the Donnas of the world get their egos involved in their decision making. Most important thing. And the most important thing you need to learn, if you don't learn anything else from this episode, is to check your ego, because your ego will have you trying to flex in these work situations, and that flex is detrimental, not only to you, but also to the company. There's no need for you to flex on your direct reports. If they're not operating in a way that you would like them to operate, you need to understand why. You need to understand why you want them to operate that way. Is it justified by the business? Like, does this truly make sense for the business to disrupt how they are operating and getting things done because they're not doing it the way you want it done? And because you don't know where they are at all times of the day, or they move a meeting because it doesn't work for their calendar. And you're like, well, I need to meet with you and I need to meet with you. And when I ping you, I expect an immediate response. Like, no, that's not email. All the communication tools we have are tools to help us communicate effectively and efficiently, not on demand. And you really need to learn that. And for Sherry and people, if you identify with Sherry's story, then what you need to understand is enforce your boundaries, know the policy, and stick to your guns. Do not let your manager bully you. And if you are uncomfortable, go to HR strategically and say, hey, help me understand this situation. Be as positive as possible and say you're just working to resolution. You don't have any beef. You don't have any problems. You just want help navigating and managing the conflict. Be the ultimate professional. That's how you win, because the ego is always going to show its ass. And you just have to stay cool, calm, and collected when your manager is harassing you. So my hope for Sherry is that she quickly finds a new role because Donna is going to continue to spend energy trying to get rid of her, especially now that it's out in the open that, hey, you've been harassing me and I'm not going to stand for it. And I'm going to take my vacation when I take my vacation, and I'm going to do what I need to do for me. And as long as I get this work done, you shouldn't really have anything to say about it because we're all grown. I'm telling you right now, Donna can't stand Sherry. Donna probably didn't call Sherry all kinds of bitches. Like, how dare you? You need to know your place. And if you know a Donna, send this episode to them. Listen, Donna, you are not God. You are not the end all be all. You need to chill out and you need to be more professional in how you operate and run your team. And you need to work to build trust with your direct report. Your life will be better. Things will be easier. And also, your direct reports will help you shine. So stop spending your energy fighting them and work with them so they can help you show up and deliver for the organization. Because everybody loves okay? Hey guys, this has been another Client Chronicles. Tune in next week. I'll have another jacked up Client Chronicle to share with you and how I help them think through the situation, strategically think about how to work with HR if they do, and how to get their best possible outcome. Because that's what we're here for. Listen, the workplace isn't going to be perfect, but you can navigate it, you can get through it, and you can get to the other side of a new outcome that's just for you. Okay? So hang in there, guys. Now, if you need some help or advice about your specific work situation, hit me up at trillandba.com/coaching to schedule a 45-minute consultation with me. Or you can also schedule 15 minutes to do a consult on coaching packages. So go to trillandba.com/coaching. Or if you just want to shoot me a letter, if you have a quick question, hit me up at ask@trillandba.com. And we will answer your question, or we'll find the right person who can help you answer your question or your specific concern, etc. So ask@trillandba.com to send us an email, and trillandba.com/coaching to schedule time with me to help you strategize. And who knows, you might be one of my Client Chronicles someday. Or a mix. There's usually a mixing couple things together. But listen, I'm excited that you're here. And until next week, guys, keep it trill. Well, guys, that's a wrap on another great episode of the Career Management Podcast for Black women. Yes, girl, this show is just for you. We're here to tell you how to play that chessboard at work, girl. So subscribe, comment, like, follow us on social media at @TrillandBA Show. Listen, every time you tell one of your friends, you share this information, you share this podcast, it helps us to grow and make even more dope content just for you, unapologetically. That's why we're here. Now, if you are facing a workplace dilemma, such as a performance improvement plan, or you're not able to secure your promotion and raise that you have worked for and you have deserved, basically, if these people are playing in your face, we are here to help. Go to trillandba.com/coaching to schedule a one-time one-on-one call to workshop your specific dilemma with me. Or schedule a consult to get more information about the consulting packages that I do offer on a longer term basis. As always, you can reach out to us with your listener letters and your questions at trillandba.com. Until next time, guys, focus on your best possible outcome. Ask for help when you need it. Please, please, please ask for help. And as always, keep it trill. I'll see y'all next week.